What's up, Taiwan? I'm Sandy Chi with 10 minutes of news from here in Taiwan and around the world. President Tsai says Taiwan cannot be isolated. She made the comments in New York on day one of her closely watched U.S. stopover.
I don't need to remind you of the tremendous challenges that we face. And in facing these challenges, we know that we are stronger when we stand together in solidarity with fellow democracies. Taiwan cannot be isolated, and we do not take friendship for granted. We're thankful to all those who stand with us, and we are confident that Taiwan will continue to stand tall, free, democratic, and with dignity.
Tsai was speaking at a banquet organized by Taiwanese citizens living overseas. She's transiting through New York on her way to Central America for a 10-day visit to shore up alliances there. She may meet U.S. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy while in California on her way back to Taiwan. China has threatened to retaliate if the meeting goes ahead. Tsai is in New York until Saturday, but not everyone is pleased to see her. Hundreds of Chinese protesters turned out in downtown Manhattan to voice their disapproval. Jaime Okon was there.
Demonstrators prepared Chinese flags and signs in New York, where they are protesting a visit by Taiwan's President Tsai to the city. China has objected to the U.S. visit. Beijing says Taiwan is part of its territory and labels the country's leaders as separatists and attempts to squeeze Taiwan out of the world stage. Taiwan, a democratic country, says it has every right to connect with the world. With just a few minutes before Taiwan's President Tsai lands in New York City and makes her way into downtown, hundreds of protesters have come out and holding signs saying that Tsai is a sinner, signs supporting the One China policy and a peaceful reunification of Taiwan. However, all of them are out here in opposition of Taiwan's President Tsai Ing-wen. But on the other side of the street, a smaller demonstration supporting Tsai.
They want to make Taiwan as part of China, but Taiwan is Taiwan, China is China. That's two different countries.
This is Tsai's first visit to the U.S. since 2019. Since then, Beijing has upped threats to take Taiwan by force and has been ramping up military pressure on the nation, including increasingly sending military ships and planes near the island. The tensions across the Taiwan Strait show no sign of abating, and this landmark trip from Taiwan's president has brought this friction onto the streets of New York. Howard Zhang and Jaime Okon in New York City for TaiwanPlus.
For more on President Tsai's visit, Bing Wan spoke to Jaime Okon, who we just heard from in that report.
So Jaime, what is the mood like outside of where Tsai is set to arrive?
Well, for the first couple hours, there was pretty much normal, basic street activity. But as the hours got closer to her landing in New York City and then making her way to downtown Manhattan, trucks with a bunch of Chinese flags started arriving across the street from where she was going to attend a banquet later that night. First, it started with a couple dozen people. So one or two trucks and a couple dozen people, and then slowly and steadily, as the hours got closer to her arriving, I spoke to one of the organizers there at the event, that they were organizing this protest event, and they said that it was a minimum of 500 people that were there that were protesting. Specifically, they were against Tsai Ing-wen, but they were for peaceful reunification of China and Taiwan. So they just wanted to be there and kind of have their own sort of welcoming party. As on the other side, there was another welcoming party for supporters of Tsai that were much closer to the hotel.
And what will we see from Tsai in the coming days?
Yeah, so New York is the first transit stop of her 10-day trip to Central America. So after this transit, she's going to go to Guatemala and then Belize. It's rumored, as I haven't heard anything about a confirmation yet, that she's going to receive a leadership award from the Hudson Institute think tank, either I believe tomorrow. But today she's attending a banquet organized by overseas Taiwanese. There are some other kind of state officials there as well. Officials from Taiwan are there as well, and the U.S. Taiwan representative Xiaobi Kim is also there as well. So this trip is just meant to kind of reaffirm ties with those allies that still have diplomatic relations with Taiwan, 13 that are left, and kind of, the whole name of this tour is this democracy tour, so kind of spreading democracy among like-minded countries.
Again, that was Bing Wang speaking to Jaime Okon. China's state-run media has censored remarks made by Taiwan's former president Ma Ying-jeou. Ma is on a 12-day trip to visit China to visit various landmarks and discuss exchanges with Chinese officials. But all mentions Ma's made of Taiwan's official name, the Republic of China, or ROC, have been scrubbed from China's print and TV coverage. During the trip, he said he was the president of Taiwan and the Republic of China. These comments were censored because the People's Republic of China, or PRC, does not consider the ROC a legitimate country. 20 dead bodies have washed up on Taiwan's west coast in the past 6 weeks, and police now say they've identified 16 of them. 7 of the corpses belong to Vietnamese people who are trying to reach Taiwan illegally. Officers are still investigating whether they were being trafficked and by whom. 9 more of the bodies belong to Taiwanese. Police say they're unrelated to the Vietnamese people and died by suicide or drowning. The remaining 4 are still not identified. The number of bodies has pushed police and the Coast Guard to set up a task force to investigate. Taiwan's Justice Ministry is also looking into the case. Illegal immigration to Taiwan by boat is rare, but not unheard of. In 2020, authorities caught more than 30 Vietnamese migrants trying to land on Taiwan's south coast. The southern city of Kaohsiung on Wednesday raised its water conservation alert and tightened restrictions for certain large users. The move comes as a widespread drought continues to impact southern Taiwan's water resources. Kaohsiung increased its alert level from yellow to the more severe orange. That puts it on the same basis as neighboring Tainan, which moved up to orange at the beginning of March. Now, industrial users in Kaohsiung that consume more than 1,000 cubic meters of water each month will see their supply reduced by 10%. Venues like car washes, saunas, and swimming pools also have the current limits on their water supply adjusted. And water pressure in households will be lowered at night. A theme park says one of its managers will be punished over the escape and later shooting death of the runaway baboon. Leofoo village admitted on Wednesday that the baboon had escaped from its safari park. The animal had been on loose in northern Taiwan for over 2 weeks. It was shot and killed by a hunter on Monday. The primate's death caused a public uproar. However, the hunter says he had permission from local officials to shoot the animal. The theme park is carrying out an investigation into the baboon's escape and over whomever supposedly gave the hunter permission to shoot. Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. Remember to download the TaiwanPlus app for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally, we leave with images of a family of camels at Taipei Zoo. I'm Sandy Chi. Take care and see you next time.
One, two, three. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
For more stories from here in Taiwan and around the world, please make sure to download the TaiwanPlus app.